Good afternoon. My name is Nina Dembor, and this is assignment 2 for the web development paper 158258, semester 2, 2025. My student ID is 25001271. This site will show destinations, attractions, and accommodations around New Zealand. Its main purpose was to demonstrate my understanding of the MVC architecture and key web development features like filter, sort, and pagination. So I'll divide this video into two parts. The first part will be a website walkthrough, and the second part being the technical explanation. So the home page is just clear, easy to understand, and the main feature here is the hamburger menu, which on hover has drop downs which show all the different places in the page. I sort of expanded on what I did in assignment 1 in terms of this. So my first page here is places to visit. Here users can search for destination by name and filter results by region, and also it shows the data 5 points at a time, which makes it easier for the user. So that's the filters, the search feature, and the pagination. So here it is here, and then here are the filter options. And when filtered, it still has the pagination work. The next is finding accommodation. So on this one, and it's an interactive map built with JavaScript and the leaflet library. And how it works is you click on a destination and it shows the name of the accommodation as well as a brief description on the accommodation. And all the map rendering happens in Vue using Leaflet. So the controller, I'll get to the technical explanation in the next part. This here is activities to do while in New Zealand, and this has two filters that can be applied at the same time. So, you can see all family-friendly activities, or like whether it's family-friendly or not, or whether it is family-friendly or not family-friendly, and then rate it from high to low or low to high. And the next one is the FAQ page, which is fairly simple. The only thing really here is the global CSS applied for layout, but this is not an interactive page. So now I'm going to go, and then the last page is the contact us, which is again a non-interactive static page. So now I'll be looking at the technical side of this assignment. I'll start with the models. So the models define the structure for each part of the site. So I'll go through these models. The place stores destination like the name of the place, the region, and the description, and it has validating attributes. So you need to enter a name, and the maximum length is the text is limited to 100 characters and so on. Like the description is limited to 500 characters. Next in the models is the accommodation. So same again. And in this one, please note that I've added the latitude and longitude which will be used in the map later. Again with attractions. So this one used a Boolean variable, so family friendly, the only options are yes or no. And this model here that will be used for the search, that one is what the query will be. So search term will be the query, and the region will be, the region north, south, or other island. And same with attraction filter. So this is what I used for the attraction filter. So here, see if you select if it's family friendly here. If you select yes, then all the true ones will be returned, no, false, etc. And same with the sorting. The next part of this website is the controllers. So the controllers are, I've learned what handle the logic. So they receive the user input, look at the models and choose which view to display. So the controllers are sort of the in-between between the models and the views. I'll start here. So the places controller, so this is, these are the models. Oops. So the places controller, this is what handles the searching, the filtering, and the pagination. And it filters the region and search term using LINQ, and then orders them alphabetically. And then it converts them to a page list with the 2-page list, which is up here, using that, and then sends them to the view model along with the region tabs and the current search string. So there it is. And also in making this, I learned about ViewBag. So that's a dynamic object, and it allows me to pass data from the controller to the view without having to define a strongly typed model. So it just, So ViewBag was something I did a lot of learning on. The attractions controller manages the family-friendly filter and ratings. So there you go. So yeah, like here, like if the family-friendly is yes, then you return ones with the family-friendly is true, that Boolean variable, and then the opposite if false. And then here is the sorting. And the accommodation controller. So this one is a little bit different in that it just returns the list of accommodations to the view. So then in the views index, that's what I'm going to do most of the maps. So the map logic's going to be all done in the view, and I'll get to that in a second, but that one was slightly different from the other ones. And the FAQ controller was just simple. And so that, I commented out anything that has to do with adding, deleting, or editing information, but that's all in here. So I think you can see it commented out. It would be commented out somewhere. Oh no, sorry, the commenting out will be in the views. Sorry, so there it goes. And then this is the views. So that controls what the user is going to see. So for example, in places, so that's the same as HTML, that I learned in assignment 1. But here is what controls what the user is going to see when they use my web page. So yes, here. So this is what I edit it out. So I just commented out the link, which allows you to create new places or, delete them. But I left that there in case other information needs to be added later. And then, so this is where I did a lot of learning in accommodations. So the main learning here was using the tutorial that I linked in my report to make a map and then set it to New Zealand with a sort of zoom of 5, and then using the information, like namely the latitude and the longitude, to drop the pin and then bind the name of the place in the description so that pops up. And then I sort of learned that each controller acts as like the go-between between the database, which is the model, and what the user sees, which is the views. And through views, I used the Razor, Bootstrap, and also linked in my custom CSS, which is here. So that is something that I used alongside the Bootstrap ones to customize my page. Here's the global override to keep the page consistent. So that's like that background color, as well as keeping all the headings the same page. And the navigation drop down I styled here. Here was a big one. It took me quite a while to figure out how to get my drop down menu to sit on top of everything else, especially the map. And here are the tabs. So that's how I styled some of those tabs for like the North Island, South Island on the places to visit. And overall, I sort of learned that that especially for the interactive ones, that the user would visit the page and enter a search term or a filter. The controller receives that input, queries the model, and then does the filtering, sorting, or paging logic. And then the controller sends that data to the view, which displays in HTML. This project sort of helped me to learn how everything connects, and combining C# controllers, and especially like the leaflet JavaScript for an interactive page. I found this assignment quite challenging, but I did learn how everything ties together in MVC.